told you I might come back today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do biscuits again, but I'm making gravy is really what I'm doing this for. But I'm going to do the biscuits real quick, but I thought maybe you might want to watch me do them one more time. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm taking half a cup of Crisco and putting it in my mixer. And I'm going to blend that. And then I'm going to add the buttermilk, which is 1 1/4 cup. Yep. And I'm going to make a mess here. Sorry about that. Scrape that all down off of the sides. I just tried to add it too fast. I know you've already seen me make biscuits, and I'm sure you're probably not wanting to watch me do this again, but okay. And to that, I'm going to add 1 cup of flour. And I'm going to get the other cup ready. Baking powder. Go ahead and put some of that in there. That's 2 teaspoons, 2 1/2 teaspoons. That's what I'm going to add. Okay. A teaspoon of salt. And 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Now, I'm going to add something that I didn't add the last time. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I forget, but I'm going to add a teaspoon of sugar. You can do this if you want, you don't have to. I'm going to add the 2nd cup of flour. And it's still a little moist, so I'm going to add about another 1/4 cup of flour. Okay, and now we have the dough ready. To put on the counter. Hope you can see. rest of this dough out and put it on there. As you can see, it does not take long to make a pan of biscuits. It just doesn't take that long. Now, in the oven, I went ahead and put my skillet in the oven with some Crisco in it. And it's heating up. And I'm going to take that out, and then we'll put the biscuits in the oven while we make the gravy. Okay. I'm going to dip the biscuit cutter in the flour. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I do have somebody that's going to come and pick these up and take them home and eat them. So that's why I'm making so much of this. Anyway, I don't think I'll be able to get all of these in the skillet, but I think that, now remember what I told you I did with this last little bunch of dough. I put it in the cutter, in the biscuit cutter, and then just spread it around, and it makes a nice little shaped biscuit. Okay, I'm going to go get the skillet. See if I can burn my hand, because I'm really good at that. I'm going to wash my hands off real quick so I won't have flour everywhere. Okay. Skillet right there. Whoa. This has got the hot grease in it. And I take the biscuit and I dip it in the Crisco. Turn it over. Going to kind of reshape this little biscuit so he'll fit in there. Turn him over. Okay. We're ready to go to the oven. And I've got the oven on 425. My oven is a little hard to adjust sometimes. In we go, and I'm setting it for 15 minutes, and it may have to bake longer. That might not be, whoops, quite enough. Now we're going to do the sausage. And I've got a pound of sausage here. You can use whatever kind of sausage that you like. And I'm going to pinch this off so it won't be in such a big hunk, because it's hard for me to get this all crunched up, mashed up, and when it's in a big hunk. So I'm just going to kind of tear it apart and put it in here in pieces. And hopefully I can get the gravy done and about the same time I'm getting the biscuits done. And like I said, I know you probably didn't want to see the biscuits again, but I just wanted you to see how quick you can get them baked up or mixed up and put in the oven. It doesn't take any time at all to stir up some biscuits. It's pretty quick. Of course, I did have some of my ingredients sitting out, which helps, but it still doesn't take that long to mix up some biscuits. I'm gonna wash my hands off again. Okay, got that done. I want to show you this little handy dandy tool that I got off of Amazon. And it does help you chop up your gravy or your sausage so that you don't. I've got bad arms anyway, but it hurts my arms to do this. But this makes it easier to keep the sausage all nice and chopped up real fine. I like it that way. I don't like big hunks in mine, but some people may, and that's okay. I got this little tool on sale, and they come in all different colors. So I ordered one for my granddaughters and my daughter, and they really like it too. So anyway, I'm going to let this sausage cook and get brown, and when it gets brown, I'm going to hop back on here and show you what else I do to finish making the gravy. Okay? Okay, the sausage is cooked and looking good. So we're going to add our other ingredients. And to a pound of sausage, we need, I think that makes it worse. We need to add, I'm going to first just put in a half a teaspoon of salt, and then I'm going to add more if I think it needs it. And then I'm going to put in, I've got a 1/3 cup of flour here, and I'm going to put half of it in and start stirring. It doesn't look like there's a lot of grease in here, but if you drain it, you'd see that there's a lot more than you think. But if it gets real dry, and you need more, and I may have to add more. I thought I had plenty, but it's kind of not looking like I'd have very much. You can add some bacon grease, or you can add whatever you want to add to it, and I think I am going to add a little bit of bacon grease because it got dried out real quick when I put the bacon or the flour in there. I said I was going to. Hiding from me. He was hiding from me. I'm gonna put in about a tablespoon of Crisco or bacon grease. Glad I didn't add all that flour yet. I thought I had plenty of grease in there, but it just wasn't quite enough. Okay. Add the rest of the flour. I'm going to put some pepper in here. I'm not going to add any more salt till I get the milk in and then taste it. Then I will add more salt if I need it. I don't think you can see this very well. Okay. What I'm going to do, you don't have to do this, but I like to put Mamaw in my gravy. It makes it very rich and tasty. So I'm going to start adding the Mamaw. And then we'll finish with just regular milk. This is going to take about, this was a 12-ounce can of Mamaw. This is going to take about 2 to 3 cups of milk. And I've added probably a half a cup of milk right there. So that was 2 cups. And if it, we'll see if we need any more. Got about 2 cups of milk in there right now. I don't know if you can see this well enough or not. Now, there are other ways to make gravy. Sometimes I just make bacon gravy and it has no meat in it. And what I do is I just use the bacon grease and then the flour. Okay, there's our timer for our biscuits. Let's take a look at them. And they're not brown yet, so I'm gonna leave them in for another 5 minutes. Anyway, you can make bacon gravy like that, or you can cook up different kinds of meat like ham or little steaks. Excuse me just a minute. Goodness. Or little minute steaks or whatever kind of meat you would want to have for breakfast. Cook your meat up and use your drippings from your meat. And if you have to add a little more grease, you can add Crisco to it or olive oil or excuse me. I must have got pepper up my nose. Must have got pepper up my nose. I'm gonna put some pepper in here. I love pepper. I'll probably sneeze again. And as you can see, maybe it's starting to thicken up. And if you don't like this much meat in here, this was a whole pound. And if you don't like this much meat in here, just do a half a pound. You don't have to do, you can do whatever you want, whatever you like the best. But this is the basic way to do it, and to get it going the way you want it. Let it get just a little thicker. You don't have to keep stirring this. I like to because I think it can stick to the bottom of the skillet. And I like to keep stirring till it comes to a boil. This is going to be some good old gravy. My granddaughter is going to take this home with her and the biscuits and have them some good old breakfast. Okay, now it's starting to get thick. And then we're gonna add a tiny bit more milk. Probably another half a cup. I've probably got 2.5 cups in here now. And it depends on how, you might not like your gravy real thick, so don't put as much, put more milk in it. If you like it thick, don't put as much milk in it. I do like my gravy thick, but okay, this is gonna have to come back to a boil to thicken back up, and I'm gonna get me a spoon and I'm gonna taste this to see if I've got enough salt in it, because I'm not sure that I did. I only put a half a teaspoon. It's just right. That sausage meat must have been really salty. Had a lot of salt in it, because I didn't always just use a smaller amount of the salt until the gravy gets done, and if it's not salty enough, you can always add more. But if you get it too salty, it's hard to take it out. You can't take it out. You just have to eat salty gravy. So it's better to use less to begin with until you taste it and see if it's okay. But doesn't this look yummy? Yummy, yummy. Uh-oh. Let's look and see what the biscuits are doing. Yep, I think they're brown. Set them up here on the stove. Shut my timer off. Shut the oven off. Sometimes I forget to do that. And I'm gonna let you have a look at the biscuits. If I don't make you dizzy getting you there. How did that look? Yum, yum, yum. And the gravy. Like I said, that's why I wanted to go ahead and do biscuits again, because I wanted you to see how quick it was to make the biscuits to go with the gravy. And I needed some biscuits so the Chrissa, when she comes to get them, will have not just gravy, but biscuits. Anyway, you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching me. And I'll get back with you soon. Bye-bye.